Hey everybody, so this video is a special request from my friend Layla, who asked me how do I organize everything inside of Searchie. She says her Searchie is getting to be quite a mess. And so I thought I would just give you a little tip. Really, I keep everything organized by folders. Folders are your primary internal tool for keeping things organized inside of Searchie. And your folders are think of those like your big huge buckets to keeping things to keeping everything organized, right? And then you're going to have some subfolders. Think of them as like subfolders that will exist because you're going to need for some of those to help you inside of some of your hubs. And I'll show you that in a minute. But think of your folders as big as you can, because then your tags and your playlists will help you to further whittle down your material. And so I encourage you to keep your folders as big and big thinking as possible. And try not to let the mass of media that's in this main media overwhelm you, because it's going to get huge. There's no way around it. It's just going to start to get really big, and it's going to start to feel really overwhelming, and there's nothing you can do about that. So rely on excuse me, on your folders to help you start to feel like you have some management over the material that you have inside of your hub. And as I said, really organize those by primary big topics that you have going on inside of your business. The other thing is that you're going to be having your media come in from different sources, right? So if you have media coming in from Facebook, or if you have media coming in from Vimeo, or if you have media coming in from Google or from Zoom, and many of us have these video coming in from many of these sources, then the folders are automatically going to be set up coming in from those places. So you can see here, I've got Google Drive here, and then I've got Zoom coming in here, right? So those folders are already going to exist because I've got media coming in from those places. So once the media is there, then I can say I want for the media that's in here to then be distributed to other places if I want to. And I can do that by, clicking on multiple, these are all clients, for example, that I'm working with. I can then say I want for this to be moved by clicking on those three at one time. I can then say move and move those to client meetings. Okay. So now if I go to my client folder, which is a big folder that I have, clients, right? Then I can find my client meetings, and those three are now in my client folders. Now I have playlists for each of my clients, right? So I've got clients with, I've got each of a playlist for each of my clients, so I can send them, keep them updated on each of the different client videos that they have. So they have one playlist, and each time now I just tag their material, and they're updated with the recent video. Okay, so back to folders. So you can see here that I've got, I've got my primary topics. I've got websites. 5 at Friday was a series that I did. This is Water Jedi, was a hub that I created. So because I was I wanted to create some different hub categories or hub tags and that sort of a thing. I ended up having to create some folders for that. But you can see I have one primary Water Jedi folder for everything, and then I have some subs off of that. Then I have tests, and I have Searchie training and Searchie success and Searchie hub Canva templates. The reason why I have these three is because they are all feeding to my YouTube channel. So I have each of those going to YouTube, and everything that I dump into these folders is automatically zapping to my YouTube channel. So that's why I have, otherwise I would probably just have one big folder coming in just for, Searchie training or something like that. But my Searchie success interviews are different than my Canva, and I want to kind of separate those things out. So I've got a different folder for Kajabi work. So again, I might have different playlists for different aspects of Kajabi, but I'm keeping all of my Kajabi things together. So I did a bunch of ICA, ideal client interviews, so I have those in a big bucket. And again, Humble Home is a hub that I created as a test. So again, you can see here that I've got different folders that I needed to create in order to create different aspects of my hub. So those are now delineated because of that. But otherwise, I would have one big folder for Humble Home. So, so as you can see, there's not a ton of folders, and there is a reason why, because I really want to keep everything big scale and keep everything big scale there, and then use my playlists as, I'm going to have a ton of playlists, and that's a good thing. And then I want to use my tags also to tell my material where to go as well. So I hope that's helpful. Let me just show you really quick one of the things that you can do when you're creating a playlist. And I was doing this yesterday for a client. I had, and I think I've showed you this in other things. So I've got this Humble Home, by the way. This is an easy way, if you're using your tags correctly. I've got Humble Home, right? And I can automate this folder and send material automatically to it based on tags that I've created in Humble Home, right? Or Humble Home Hub, Humble Home Course. So anything that I bring over will automatically filter in here by that tag or by folders, right? So I can say anything from any of these Humble Home folders, I can filter into this playlist if I want to. So that's why keeping big folders are good things, because then you can use those big folders to say, okay, now I want that material to come over to this playlist or to that playlist or to this playlist. And anything that then is dumped into that folder can be delineated to these different playlists accordingly, or by tag. And even tags can get really, really finite. So I hope that helps. If you have any further questions, as always, let me know. Michelle Sandler, Michelle Creative. Happy searching, everybody. Take care.